Fast X, the latest, the 10th movie for those who don't speak Latin. It's it's everything you'd expect from a Fast and Furious movie 10 movies down the line. If you jumped off this very fast moving train a long time ago, then
I never even started.
yeah,
so I'm
exactly.
well happy.
Yeah, if you're not on board and you jumped off, then there's very little reason to watch this. But if you've been on board, then you've watched a series that was inspired by like Point Break with cars on the cheap, and went practically straight to video, and then got infused by all-star casts and the presence of The Rock, frankly, and turned it into more than just street racing, and unfortunately more than just practical stunts, with a serious blockbuster franchise. I mean, it's a billion-dollar franchise now, and the movies cost a stupid amount of money to make and keep going forever. I saw the latest one, Fast X. I enjoy them all to a degree. I would say I even enjoyed the last one, the ninth one. I do think that the series misses Paul Walker, which is something that I don't know whether, at least within his lifetime, I ever thought I'd say. But I do think it misses him. And I do think that the series misses either Vin Diesel or The Rock, as for me was established by Fast 9 and by Hobbs and Shaw, both of which it strangely showed that they kind of need both of those meatheads in it. The latest one is good, but I'm not sure I'm on board with these part ones. Not completely sold on it. And I found there were huge swathes of it. Often, I suppose, because Vin Diesel wasn't on screen, and so he therefore went, nah, no budget for this. Felt like deleted scenes. There's a scene where they go and see a guy in a drug shop in London or something.
Pete Davidson in an internet cafe.
Cafe.
As if one of those is doing.
Yeah, so Pete Davidson in an internet cafe. He just happens to have drugs. He has his cakes. And then Tej and Roman get into a big handbags battle. And it feels distinctly like someone said, we have plenty of time here. We can just let it roll, because the fight goes on too long. Someone takes a magic muffin, and then it ends, and it all feels very, very cheap. And there's loads of things like that in the movie, which I don't think I'd ever noticed in a previous one. They've introduced the new Jack Reacher, Alan Richardson, and they've introduced Brie Larson, both of them often on green screens, feeling like their scenes were a little bit added in. Brie Larson in particular has a terrible wardrobe, but Alan Richardson, he has one scene. Yeah, well, anyway, I'm not going to get into it. Just extraneous, unnecessary padding characters. The beginning set piece and the end set piece are classic Fast territory for anyone who's a fan of the over-the-topness of this moonshot jumping the shark series. I mean, I'm all over their craziness, even when they race subs. And I did love the final sequence. And there are high points. John Cena is great, even though he's a completely different character from last time. They've reset his brain. But it didn't completely work for me. 2.5 hours. This could have been an hour-long first half of a really good entry for me. Mark, on the other hand, thinks it's great and wants to give it a score that leaves him no room to score any other Fast movie higher. Just saying.
Well, while I simply cannot argue with anything you said there, Kaz, you missed off the real secret weapon of Fast X. In fact, you've missed off the secret weapon of the entire Fast franchise. In fact, no, you've missed off the secret weapon for every single movie franchise ever made or will be made, and that is Jason the God Momoa. He is in this on some other plane of cinematic existence.
I'll give you that.
He is having so much fun, it should literally be illegal, honestly. And every single second he's on screen, it's like The Rock had a baby with Tim Curry's Frankenfurter, right? And it is that all the way through with him, and it is glorious. It is taking the insanity of the entire franchise up to a level otherwise only inhabited by deities.
I'll give you that. He is great. Yeah.
He's an absolute riot. I mean, at one point he's about to blow someone's head off and he turns around and he goes, "Hello, I'm Dante, enchanté." And I literally dropped my popcorn. I laughed so hard. But I will say this, the other secret weapon in this is Louis Leterrier. Because I think what he did in this for me, and I noticed it more in this one, was that the problem that I've had with the last few Fast and Furious films is it stuffs so much plot into the films that it's like, the highs and the lows here between the action set pieces and all the rest of it. Now, for whatever reason, I think this is Leterrier's action background. Kaz is right, is that there's a big chunk in the middle where
nothing happens. They
go to London. Like they're moving pieces around the board. But for the whole of the first 45 minutes, for the whole of the last 45 minutes, and there's various bits and pieces with the likes of Michelle Rodriguez and Charlize Theron in the middle, it felt like hugely extended set pieces. And while they were great, certainly for me, I didn't notice the ridiculous plotting. I didn't notice the stupid story that is in essence the same story that we've had for the last 5 episodes. And so for me, I came out feeling it was a much more enjoyable, insane action franchise entry for me. So yeah,
we're good. I'll give you that. Just didn't get on with the hour in the middle.
Wow.
But you know what? I'm on board for the next one.
Yes.
I'm quite happy.
That's what we agree on.